Kristen, thanks. Minute past the hour. Just into our newsroom this morning, a suspect in a deadly shooting near the Cottonwood Mall is in jail. Police tell us Ernest Serna was arrested during a traffic stop early this morning in Sandoval County. That shooting happened Saturday night at TGI Fridays. Police say a fight inside involving two people spilled outside. That's where a woman was gunned down. Officers aren't saying much about the case, including who that woman is or other circumstances that led up to the shooting. Serna will be transferred to MDC soon.
Breaking overnight, Albuquerque police are on the scene of a suspicious death in southeast Albuquerque. Video just into the newsroom shows police tape blocking off a 7-Eleven convenience store. The identity of those involved unknown at this time. Police are asking anyone who may have seen anything suspicious in that area to give them a call. We have very little details on what happened here because police were extremely busy last night. This is just one of many scenes police are investigating, all happening within a few hours.
Yeah, speaking of just hours before APD responded to a crash at Conchati in California in southeast Albuquerque. Police say when officers arrived around 10 last night, they heard gunshots and found one of the drivers dead with what appears to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The driver of the second car was taken to the hospital. It's unclear what led to this shooting. No names are being released.
And not even an hour before that shooting, APD called out to a shooting on golf course near Irving in northwest Albuquerque. At least one person was shot and rushed to UNM Hospital. We don't know their condition or their name. Our video shows police tape blocking off a section of an apartment complex in that area. We're waiting to get more information on what happened there. And as APD was responding to that shooting in northwest Albuquerque, officers had just arrived on scene at the first shooting of the night.
Yeah, that one sent several people to the hospital. News 13's Catherine Mazzone is live near Rice in Rio Grande with what we know so far. Catherine?
Good morning, Adam. Now, as you can see behind me, police are still on scene here. We've watched several officers go in and out of that house on the corner there, and the mobile crime unit is still on scene. But just hours ago, there were many more police officers here. They were called out just before 9 last night after gunshots rang out. When they arrived on scene, they found 3 people with gunshot wounds. All 3 were rushed to UNM Hospital. Police say one of the individuals suffered life-threatening injuries. Police would not say exactly where the shooting took place, but did mention that they were talking with people inside one of the homes in the area to see how the 3 knew each other. At this time, we don't know if there is a gunman on the loose, but what we do know is that this shooting took place less than an hour after the big game, followed by several more.
They are canvassing the area and they're talking to people in the neighborhood to see what they saw. And it seems like after the Super Bowl ended, it just broke out in the city.
Now, this shooting brings the total to 4 separate shootings, all happening in as many hours. And of course, we will be on scene all morning and bring you the latest information as it becomes available to us. Back to you.
All right, Catherine, thank you. Police not releasing any names at this time. They are also not giving out information on the conditions of those who were shot.
It's now 6:05. A man is dead, another injured after a deadly car crash ends in flames that happened early Sunday morning just outside Ruidoso. According to state police, a 43-year-old driver in an SUV was traveling westbound when he veered into oncoming traffic, hitting an RV. Police say that crash sparked a fire that killed the driver. The driver of the RV was taken to the hospital for his injuries. We did some checking and found that the man accused of hitting a 10-year-old with his car, then taking off, still locked up this morning. It happened yesterday near Chelwood Park and Copper. Albuquerque police say Emmanuel Montes was behind the wheel when he hit the child. The 10-year-old was rushed to the hospital but is expected to be okay. A patrol officer caught up with Montes down the road. He's facing a misdemeanor charge.
6:05 now. Police are searching for the person who they say damaged an Albuquerque bookstore over the weekend. Somebody threw a huge rock through the window of the Page One Books store at Eubank and One Tebow. Store employees found that damage early Sunday morning, and they're not happy about it.
Well, it was disbelief because I was a little sleepy. I had closed the store the night before. Everything was fine at 11 o'clock when I left last night. So when I came in this morning, it was pretty much a shock to see a big hole in all of the glass and a lot of cold air.
Owners of the store did file a police report. Nothing was taken from inside the shop, so it's unclear what the motive is in that case. A New Mexico dairy is a total loss after somebody broke into it, ransacked it, then set it on fire. Chaves County Crime Stoppers says this is the damage from an explosion at the building where Rock Hill Dairy weighed their supplies. Crime Stoppers is offering up to a $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of the person or people responsible.
An Albuquerque hotel was forced to evacuate over the weekend after someone discovered a pipe bomb. Police say someone found the pipe bomb Saturday afternoon outside the La Quinta near Coors and Iliff. They say someone picked it up, brought it inside the lobby. Shortly after the building was evacuated, bomb squad was called in where they were able to detonate it off the grounds. The case has now been turned over to the feds. President Obama says the U.S. is doing everything in its power to rescue the surviving hostage being held by ISIS. Obama told NBC in an interview that he saw the video of the hostages being beheaded. He says it would affect anyone who has an ounce of humanity. Japanese hostage Kenjo Goto, was one of the hostages recently executed by ISIS. As for the 26-year-old woman, she was captured last year while working for aid groups. U.S. officials are asking for her identity to not be released out of concern for her safety. Lots of people are talking about the dramatic Super Bowl finish last night.
Yeah, did you see it? The New England Patriots stole the game and won a Super Bowl victory over the Seattle Seahawks in the end. And fans were kept on the edge of their seats with both teams tied at 14 going into the second half. But the Patriots, led by quarterback Tom Brady, fought back and they beat the Seahawks 28-24. Brady was crowned MVP, cementing his legacy with a fourth Super Bowl win. Fans in Phoenix were pretty excited.
Great game. Unbelievable to be at in the end. You know, it's thank God the Patriots defense didn't lose it again. You couldn't pick it, you couldn't make it any better. We flew in from all over the country for this game. It was well worth every penny. Amazing.
More than 70,000 fans were in the stands in the Phoenix Stadium to watch that game. Of course, the big talker in the end was this catch, this decision to throw the ball versus run it by the Seahawks.
Just right before that, if you're watching the game, Jermaine Kearse's unbelievable catch for the Seahawks, fumbling it around, then catches it, and then right after that, the interception.
Seahawks fans so disappointed.
Cannot believe it.
All right, Kristen, thank you. New overnight, Albuquerque police are on the scene of a suspicious death in a southeast Albuquerque neighborhood. Video just into our newsroom shows police tape blocking off a 7-Eleven convenience store. The identity of those involved are unknown, but police are asking anybody who may have seen suspicious activity in that area to call police. Very few details are available on what happened here due to a very busy night for police. It's one of many places that police are investigating within a matter of hours.
And not even an hour before that scene, APD called out to a shooting on a golf course near Irving and Northwest. At least one person was shot and rushed to UNM Hospital. We don't know their condition nor name. Our video shows police tape blocking off a section of an apartment complex in the area. We're waiting to get more information on what exactly happened there.
Less than 30 minutes before the shooting at golf course, police responded to another shooting at Rio Grande and Rice.
Yeah, 3 people were rushed to the hospital, one with life-threatening injuries. News 13's Catherine Mazzone is live near the intersection with what we've gathered so far. Good morning, Catherine.
Good morning, Crystal. Now, police have been on the scene for nearly 10 hours now. As you can see behind me, the mobile crime unit is still on scene, and we've watched officers walk in and out of that house on the corner several times tonight. It was just hours ago that police swarmed to this northeast Albuquerque neighborhood. Officers were called just before 9 last night after gunshots rang out. When they arrived on scene, they found 3 people with gunshot wounds. All 3 were rushed to UNM Hospital, one with life-threatening injuries. Police would not say exactly where the shooting took place, whether it was inside a home or outside, but they did mention they were talking with people inside one of the homes in the area and other people in the neighborhood to find out how the 3 shot knew each other and what exactly happened in the moments leading up to the shooting. This shooting is just one of 4 police responded to last night, not long after the Super Bowl ended.
It seems like after the Super Bowl ended, it just broke out in the city. We also have a rollover accident on the freeway. Bernalillo County is working a rollover fatal accident in the edge of town. So we're very busy tonight with police actions.
At this point, we're not sure whether that shooter is still on the loose. Albuquerque police sent a release early this morning asking citizens to be vigilant, being aware of your surroundings. And if you see something significant, or at least you think it's significant, be a good witness and stay on scene and talk to police. Now, we will be out here all morning gathering more information, and of course we'll keep you updated as that information becomes available to us. Back to you.
All right, thanks for that information, Catherine. Police are not releasing any names at this time. They also say they don't have the conditions of any of the individuals who were shot. This just into the newsroom. Albuquerque police tell us since the start of 2015, which is a little more than a month, police have been called to 22 shooting investigations. Of those, 8 have been violent crime calls. And in the past 2 days, police now investigating 4 separate shooting calls, which have all been violent call-outs.
6:34 this morning, deputies are trying to figure out what led to a deadly crash that shut down a section of I-25. Just before 8 last night, Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies responded to that crash on I-25 near Rio Bravo. 1 person died on scene. Their name has not been released. Both directions of I-25 near Rio Bravo were shut down for hours while deputies investigated. New and developing this morning, the man who police say was behind a deadly shooting near the Cottonwood Mall is now in jail. Police tell us Ernest Serna was arrested during a traffic stop early this morning in Sandoval County. So this is just into our newsroom. Police say it happened during a traffic stop. The shooting happened Saturday night at TGI Fridays. Police say a fight inside involving 2 people spilled outside, and that's where a woman was gunned down. Police aren't saying much more about the case, including who the woman is or other circumstances leading to the shooting. Serna, we do know, will be transferred to MDC soon.
We're staying on top of the latest developments in a couple shot by their 3-year-old boy. Now that couple could face felony charges. It happened at the America's Best Value Inn near the Big I over the weekend. Police say the toddler got a gun out of a pregnant woman's purse and fired 1 round that hit her and his dad. The father is out of the hospital. She is still recovering. Police say the pair could face child neglect charges for leaving the gun where the child could get it. Take a look at this new photo being shared of a man police are searching for. He's accused of pointing a gun at a woman and assaulting her in her own driveway. It happened at a home near Carlisle and Constitution last month. The victim says she interrupted 3 men who were stealing tools from her garage. She managed to take these pictures of one of the men. The victim says the man pulled a gun on her, then broke her car window with a rock while she was calling 911. She also says the men got away in a gray Dodge pickup.
In just hours now, State House lawmakers are holding a hearing on 2 bills that would raise the minimum wage in New Mexico. Both would set it at $10.10 per hour. The House Regulatory and Public Affairs Committee is taking public input at 1:30 this afternoon at the Roundhouse. KRQE News 13 staying on top of the latest, and we'll let you know what happens there today.
There's a push in the state legislature for a proposal that could give small business owners a tax break. Governor Susana Martinez and State Rep Sarah Maestas Barnes announced the proposal over the weekend. Under the bill, small business owners with less than $200,000 in taxable income and less than $350,000 in net income would be eligible. They say the legislation would allow entrepreneurs to hire more workers. Here's something you just don't see often. A Taos bridge with a dark history now has phones set up and running. The reason? To try and stop people from committing suicide. The Taos News reports 10 phones were installed all along the Rio Grande Gorge Bridge. They connect to a suicide prevention hotline. Families of those who've jumped off that bridge have been pushing for the state to do more. The DOT is studying a feasibility of raising the bridge railing or adding catch nets below.
You know, sometimes it can be difficult to eat healthy, much less exercise when you're studying for exams. But now a Central New Mexico college is teaming up with a national program to help college students stay healthy. It's part of Partnership for a Healthier America's Healthier Campus Initiative. PHA is a nonprofit devoted to making healthy choices easier. Their new program aims to work with colleges and universities to make their institutions healthier. Dean of Students Rudy Garcia says CNM was a perfect fit because their demographic represents the demographic of America. And to change those habits, you have to start with education.
A healthier student is going to stay in school. Healthier student is going to be successful in school. Healthier student is going to graduate. So from our perspective of CNM, we want to change lives, build community. We're going to do that through this project. But not only that, the students specifically, they're going to be able to get a chance to not only get back to the community, but learn more about their academic coursework. While at the same time,
Rudy Garcia tells us he explained his perspective to PHA, at which point they asked him to lead this healthier campus initiative with other community colleges across the country. By the way, First Lady Michelle Obama is PHA's honorary chair.
Listen to this story. A neighborhood got a big wake-up call after a huge boulder came crashing through a home there. Take a look. The rock tumbled down a hillside in California, smashed into a rental business. It happened overnight Saturday when no one was inside. Luckily, the boulder caused extensive damage to the second story of the building and sheared off a gas meter, causing a natural gas break. The business owner says he never thought he'd ever see something like this happen.
No kidding. Close call there, too. Wow.
Remarkable. Okay.